Hello everybody and welcome to Vortex SMP. My name is Buzzy107 and today we got quite a few things that we got to get done. But quick announcement, I now have diamond armor. I've been playing on the server a little bit off camera and also in a stream that we did last week. Got to check the audio before I upload it, but we did this among other things. And I did this little bit of it off stream. So, little iron farm for the server. It's not just for me, it's for everybody. I'm just hoping that these guys actually stop spawning around here until I get a build done there. But in today's episode, we are going to be working on this guy right here. So I put on here Future Bridge, and Dino, one of the guys that's also on the server, he decided to go ahead and just put a birch little path through here. And I asked him, I was like, did you know who put the birch right there? He was like, yeah, I did. It was to help you make a bridge, because swimming, I was like, yeah, swimming is pretty horrible. But all right, and we're back. And the more and more I look around, the more and more I think that these trees need to go. And I think I need to go ahead and kind of flatten this out and maybe build up a little bit of a hill on this side, but kind of clear this one out. Maybe get some, some gardens and stuff in here. And basically just get us like an actual road. But I do think that this pond needs to be filled in. So that's what we're going to start on. So I want to go get some materials and we're going to jump into a time lapse and get all of this cleaned up. Alright, and I think that's a lot better use of the area. I got it a lot more of a wide open space to work with, and I mean I'm gonna add in some paths, some rocks, trees, stuff like that. But I felt like it was just getting a little too crammed up, and plus, um, people have been coming over and taking some of my trees. I think they thought it was part of the natural landscape, which it's not. I went out and got these, and they were leaving trees like this one right here. And I mean, I'm fine if you need the tree, but please take all of the tree and don't just take like a portion of it. Alright, so now that we got this big area cleaned out, one thing that I do want to put in here is I want to get a sugarcane farm started. So I went ahead and got 8 pieces of mud, 8 pieces of sugarcane, and some pistons and stuff like that. I'm going to go grab some redstone, and we're going to go ahead and set up the real simple, easy sugarcane farm that I normally do. Alright, so I went ahead and got the little base part of it set up. And this isn't anything special. I've made this sugarcane farm many a times before. You guys have seen it. So basically, just gonna kind of run through it real quick. Alright, and we're back. So I went ahead and made it out of the new tough blocks. Just did a little bit of texturing with the different blocks. All the block variants that I got in here are just like the tough bricks, smooth tough, and the regular tough. And I went ahead and just did it a little bit, sporadic around it. I didn't really follow any kind of basis. I just, figured there'd be some that were weathered, some that were a little more weathered, which is where the regular tough comes in. Just kind of went from that perspective. And this isn't the final state of this build. I do want to keep my redstone farms up above ground in this series, but I also want to make them to where they are more visually appealing. So I figured that would be a nice little start to the sugarcane farm, because we're going to need paper for books, we're going to need paper for rockets, stuff like that. I don't know when we're planning on getting elytras, but I do know that I want to have plenty of paper when it comes time for that. Alright, so we're over here at the bridge, and where the bridge is going to be, and my thought is basically I'm going to have a simple bridge structure, nothing too crazy fancy, but I want to use the tough bricks, stone, andesite. We can get some of we can't put the stone down because I don't have silk touch. No, we can put one piece down, it's not going to hurt us. But I want to use the stone bricks, cobble, and andesite. And the reason why is because I feel like in a transitionary basis, the tough, which you can't see me because I'm pointing right now, but the tough looks more like a whetstone, whereas the stone, of course it looks like stone, and then the andesite and the cobble look like more of a weathered stone. So what I'm planning on doing is I'm going to put the tough bricks in the water, have the stone above the water, and have the cobble and andesite above the water, right above the tough. So we're going to leave that out here just so I remember my block palette if something comes along and distracts me, because not gonna lie, I have been getting distracted quite a bit on this series, which is no big deal. But I'm thinking we'll start right here with a very simple foundation, so we'll drop down here and I'll place a block here. And I'm planning on this bridge being 5 blocks wide, so we'll do that. We'll mine that one up, and then we'll come over here. No idea what that sound was, but that was a little creepy. Alright, so let's go down here. We're going to place blocks in a somewhat of a pattern. And this is not very easy considering I don't have water breathing. But I want to be able to ride my horse in the spawn, and right now, unless I have a lead on me, I can't do that. So to right about there, and then over here, we'll do a similar structure. Get some air back, come up. And boom and boom. So those are going to be my main pillars for this one. We'll do some secondary pillars right here. And then we'll take this sand block out. And we'll put that there. And we'll make sure that if there is, which so while this isn't going to be a very big bridge, I did want to have kind of a bigger support system because I do want to make this bridge have an arch to it. So right here will probably be the higher 2 points, but we are going to be switching over that stone. So I'm going to go ahead and get this going, and yeah, I'm going to hop into a time lapse now. So. As you saw by that time lapse, I have been struggling a little bit trying to get this to kind of flow the way I want it to. Basically, what I want to do is I want to have two arches here, and it's going to go all the way across as stone. But the main thing that I struggled with was right here, getting this arch to line up. And what it was the fact that I did this as a 2x2. So I went with a 3x2 in the center, and that's just so that it makes it a little bit easier. Like I said, I am going to fill all that in. Probably not the very center of it, but we'll put a couple lanterns in there and just keep things from spawning. But what I want to do is I want to encase this whole thing, do both sides exactly the same. I might change up the blocks here and there, but basically exactly the same. And then we're going to work on getting this actual bridge built out from here. And that's basically just going to be, you know, coming up here, going around, and then the same thing over here on this side. Oh, right. So I got the underneath of the bridge completed. If we look under here, you can see that, you know, it is solid all the way around. Might be hollow solid, but it's still solid. Now it's going to be onto the top of this, which I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to do, but pretty sure we can figure it out. I do know that at some point I do want to put a roof on here, potentially, but I don't know if that's going to be a today thing or a later thing. Oh, right, and we're back. And I ended up getting 30 levels off camera while doing some mining just to get stuff going. So I'm going to go ahead and enchant this diamond pickaxe. And of course, we only got efficiency 4 on the other enchantments. If I can get one that's silk touch, I will be happy with that for now. Oh, that one's fortune 3. So I do need to get those 3 levels, which is going to be the fun part. But we'll come back to that in a minute. Actually, what we need to do once we sleep is get started on the top of this bridge. So, off camera, well, I was actually off the stream at the time, somebody added some trees over here, which, you know, I'm fine with. I like spruce trees. But I do want to get a path going up to spawn from here, so I am going to have to talk with some other people on the server and see how they feel about doing that. So let's take this up here. Let's see how many copper blocks we can make with what we have. Alright, so 9, we have 20. Because I'm thinking that we could use some of this chiseled copper because when it patinas, it'll have a really nice look to it. And I think that right here, on each end, it would look good as kind of like an end cap. Maybe down a little bit lower might look a little bit better. Because I don't know if I'm actually going to put a roof on this. The more and more I think about it, the more and more I'm just unsure of if I want an end cap or not. But well, a roof or not. But I think for now, if we just move these down, Because I can always come back and alter it and add the top to it, even with having these copper end caps. And then I have a plan for, once I get it done, that I think will actually look pretty nifty. So I'm going to need a few more. There we go. That should be more than enough. Which I actually want to use these for my storage room too, so. Now here, I'm going to do just one layer. I know this pickaxe is about to break, which it's okay. I got more diamonds, so. Now I think it's good to at least break your first diamond pickaxe. That way you can always, oops, not like that. Actually, might do, and the reason why I'm going to do that is I want to test out and see how it looks with campfires on it. And the copper trapdoors around it. So we're going to go ahead and get some copper trapdoors. Can I make it? No, I can't make it with these. Alright, so I'm not 100% sure how this is going to look. I'm doing this very off the cuff. So we're going to see. Ouch. I mean, I don't mind the fires. It'll keep it lit up at night. But I don't think the copper looks all that great on there. I think the copper might be better suited for the side. Like right here. Oops. And that actually doesn't look bad. It has the same pattern as the bottom has, but you can kind of see the air through it. I don't know. I know I'm going to add the campfires for now because that will provide light for the rest of the people on the server. Ouch. I'm going to have to heal up so I don't die while trying to place these campfires. that, once it hits nighttime, we'll be able to see it. I think that'll actually look pretty cool. Let me go ahead and grab all this out. That way I can break this chest. Then we'll go up here on the balcony. That way we can see both sides. And I'll come back once it hits around midnight and we'll look at it. Alright, so we're at about midnight. And this is what we got. We're going to go ahead and go free cam and look. And I actually think that looks pretty cool. I do think that this section right here, where we have the copper, chiseled copper, needs to be up one higher. And then I think we could do a railing around here if we wanted to. Because, I mean, right now it is, like, at half slab level. So if we were to, like, walk up, we could actually walk up over. And, I mean, I don't really necessarily mind that. But at the same time, I know some people might want to avoid that so that they're not, you know, falling down into the, down into the water. But the main reason why we built this and didn't just build like a lower formed bridge is so that people who still use boats or decide to use boats can boat through here, of course, and so that, you know, it keeps the lanes of travel open. I could have just done a straight bridge across, made it with a little arches, but I decided to go bigger. That way you can boat under it, no issues. Alright, I figured we'd wrap up this episode with a little bit of enchanting, as we had that Fortune 3 that was on here. There we go. Fortune 3, Efficiency 4, and Unbreaking 3. We're going to go ahead and grab that. We're going to grab that Efficiency 4 from up here. We're going to combine these two to make Efficiency 5. And then we are going to combine that enchanted book that I have. So let's see. I can do that. And there we go. We got mending. So we're going to call this. Let's see. We got Diamonds O'Plenty in the Hardcore World. We've had Fortunate Son. Let's name it the Money Maker. So that's going to do us for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode and enjoyed seeing this bridge come together. If you guys have any questions, comments, or otherwise any kind of feedback you'd like to let me know, just tell me down in the comments. But until next time, my name has been Buzzy107. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Be nice to each other. Be nice to yourself. And I will see you guys in the next one. Alright, guys.